People that did not play shooter games like me had such clarity as to what you need to be doing at all points in time, and there's 100 people in the game. I mean, again, I don't think that I've played something that compelling since.
Thank you so much to Sean and all of our other experts for sharing their biggest moments with us. Read more about the 10 biggest moments in the last decade of PC gaming on PCGamer.com and let us know your favorite gaming moments using the hashtag PCGamingShow.
Na hát, srácok, kezdők, szevasztok! Na nézzük.
It is my pleasure to welcome you to the PC Gaming Show 2024. Once again, I'm absolutely thrilled to be your host. My name is Sean Day9 Plot. We've got another great show for you, packed with trailers, exclusives, and lots of surprises, but here is what I'm most excited about. Joining me once again is the inimitable Mika Burton. Get in here, Mika.
I'm on my way.
Take it away,
Sean. I am so glad to be here and be a part of this milestone
most kurva szar lesz, előre készüljetek.
show. Seriously, like a whole decade covering the ever-changing landscape of PC gaming and all of the incredible games during that time. That's pretty impressive.
We've had a good run. 10 years is a long time, and if this show was a child, it would be slamming doors and belittling me in public and still asking for V-Bucks in Fortnite.
Yeah, well, before we take a look at the future of PC gaming, let's get a bit nostalgic and take a look back at some of our favorite moments from the last 10 years of the show.
Oh, dude. Cue the emotive montage music.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Well, over the years, we've featured so many great games, some of which got their start right here on the PC Gaming Show. So, who remembers some of those gems?
I mean, I remember in 2021 when we turned a graphics card into a spaceship, or when we did various attempts to replace our host with artificial intelligence. It was an innocent time. We were so young and naive back then.
We sure were. And what about way back when the PC Gaming Show was live, and we had developers like Dean Hall and Warren Spector, and oh my God, look at baby Day9.
Oh, and I still look like that.
I mean...
And who could forget the PC Gaming Show 1969, live streaming from a surface of a little white rock that we call the moon.
Hey, what?
Wow. I don't know if it's my dwindling oxygen levels or the fact
Ja,
that
Istenem,
my internal organs are floating
minden évben egyre kínosabb.
around my body. Man, this game is making me feel very dizzy with excitement. Houston, anything new on the RPG front?
Hey, what?
And who could forget the PC Gaming Show 1350, a personal favorite of mine? Now, for fans of Sticks and Pebbles, prepare to lose thy stools for Sticks and Pebbles 2. Developed by peasants and published by Microsoft. Simply boil some water to access it on Steam.
Sean, you know some of those things didn't really happen, right?
Oh, of course, Mika, I know. I'm not an idiot.
Erre nem biztos, hogy készül
Moon
vagyunk most.
landing, sure.
Well, we have some more exciting news. No 10th anniversary show would be complete without our favorite Brit and gaming goddess. It's none other than Frankie Ward.
Thank you so much, Mika. It's great to see you and Sean again. And to celebrate 10 years, I even got us a little cake. But I do think I speak to everyone watching when I say, could you two stop goofing around and just get to the trailers already?
Well, in a second. But Frankie, riddle me this. Why aren't you, like, here with us?
Well, I'm kind of expecting a pretty special delivery.
Oh, I get you. Big Amazon orders.
Yeah,
Can't
makes
miss
sense,
those.
yeah.
Sometimes you have to sign.
Right?
Something a little more important. I'll be here with my unborn mind flare having a watch party. And I'm just gonna chill out here on the couch, have some snacks, and be on hand to jump in whenever the mood takes me. Also, why are you standing there like a couple of lemons anyway? You should take a page from my book and take a load off.
Hey, Frankie, I think you're onto something. I mean, this is way better.
Yeah, thank you, Frankie. And you know what? Thank you, chair scientists everywhere.
I'm glad you're both comfortable because we've got a great show today. Trailers to the most exciting upcoming PC games, exclusive world premiere announcements of brand new games, interviews and behind-the-scenes looks at upcoming releases and lots
Azt mondja, hogy lesznek World Premiere trailerek is. Nem tudom, általában azért 40 perc szokott lenni.
PC gaming show with 3 huge world premiere announcements. Here we go.
Küldenéd ezeket a képeket végig? Nem. Hát mindent, ami aznap készült. Én már gondolom kiválogattad. Hát akkor... Jó, nekem szerkesztés nélkül. Na, re. Sziasztok csajok, szavasz, de doncs. Fú, ez meg nagy kezdés.
From the creators of Dolph-Romantic and Kurzgesagt comes a new game in space. Meet the Starbirds. Help them claim nearby asteroids. You'll need to build stuff. You'll need to gather stuff. You'll need to connect stuff to other stuff to produce even more stuff. To advance your technology and reach for the stars. Explore countless asteroids. They're packed with resources and come in all shapes and sizes. Stay curious. You never know what you may find. Starbirds, coming to a solar system near you. Wishlist now on Steam.
Remélem, hogy látni fogunk valami értelmes játékot is. Ha feleslegesen maradtunk fönn, akkor nem mégis ezek.
Lorne Vale looks great. A fantasy world with post-apocalyptic vibes, guns, but also magic. Sign me the heck up. And actually, Mika, question for you. What do you think you would become in a lawless fantasy world? Seriously.
Well, I could see myself as like a ruthless bounty hunter, blasting away hordes of enemies with a 6-shooter, or maybe I'd become a A silver-tongued traitor, you know, talking my way out of dangerous situations.
Wait, but what about me?
For you, I picture a dead body, you know?
Oh, well, that makes sense. I mean, I would die quickly.
Yeah.
People have always said I look like the Disco Elysium bloated corpse.
Right? It really checks out. Well, in Lornvale, it looks like both of our visions can come true. Hey, now, Sean, since we're talking about fantasy games, lots of them let you practice alchemy, right? But how
Sure.
about a tycoon game that lets you
Nem
practice...
tudom, mire leszállítani ma este, srácok, nem tudom.
Oh, Mika, is your clever wordplay indicative of me getting to brew my own beer?
You are so right, Sean. It is, but more than just that. In
Én
our
csak
next game,
reménykedek,
you
hogy
build
látunk
and
valami
manage a
értelmes is.
monastery, keep your monks happy, and create your very own ale recipes.
Oh, Mika, at last, a game that caters to my desire for medieval, mead-based monastery management.
Roll out the barrels as we raise a goblet or two to Ale Abbey.
Jó, menjünk tovább zuglóba.
Igazából én arra vagyok kíváncsi, és azt remélem, hogy látni fogunk pár live szimulátorjátékot, mert akkor azt tudom a feleségemnek mutatni. Hagyjatok már Sims 5-tel, az egy szutyok lesz, 4 is az volt.
My name is Ringo.
Tell me again, how does this thing work?
You just have to combine the words. Like this. Super Fire King! Crown your weakness.
Whoa, careful with the face.
I guess it's just you and me now.
Seems that way.
I've never seen the stars like this before.
Well, make sure you put on your seat.
Szerintem ma a Sims 5 is szar lesz.
Coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
was beginning to think you'd never make it. Ah, you were looking for answers. For you, these centuries would have passed in an instant. I once served your father. I helped him lay the groundwork for everything you see here. I am Savi. Welcome, Zoe.
Mik ezek a szarok?
Well, there is an offer that you can't refuse. So, how about you, good fella? Are you ready to get your knuckles bloody with fallen aces?
Well, Mika, I'd rather use a lead pie.
Amúgy talán 2 játékra számítok. Az egyik a maffiának az új része. Szerintem az itt lehet. Stormgate, na erre is kíváncsi vagyok.
Some big StarCraft vibes, which is not surprising since it's being made by a team of former StarCraft developers. And hey, Sean.
Yeah.
You played StarCraft like an hour or two, right?
Oh, yes, Mika. I played maybe even 3 hours. What? I even dipped a toe in a little bit.
Crazy.
But now for all you RTS fans out there, heads up, because with Stormgate, we've got a lot more than just a trailer. We visited the developer Frost Giant Studios for a close-up look at their new RTS. So get those hand stretches going, prop up your gaming chair, and stay hydrated. Prepare to do battle in Stormgate.
Before the Infernals invaded us on Earth and destroyed human civilization, they engaged in battle with their sworn enemies, the Celestial Armada. Angelic form merged with advanced technology. The Celestials fight unlike anything we've seen, harnessing both light and darkness. They have new ways to mine resources and centralized army production. Their flying arc ship cascades power, which they use to expand infrastructure,
Csak egy az egybe csináltak ezt StarCraftot, bazd meg.
Now, the Celestial Armada is here. Earth is the latest battleground, and the war, it's just getting started.
The Celestial Armada is this dying alien race that is moving through the galaxy, and they are ancient beings that stretch back to the origins of the universe itself. And everything from their beings to their civilization to where they live is technologically driven. And we love playing into that mechanically with how they express themselves on the battlefield in the game. With each faction that we develop, we start with a core identity. The Vanguard, we have this plucky human resistance. They're about adaptability, and with the Infernals, we really explored the idea of a unit-focused faction that could have a different way of summoning their troops into the battlefield. With the Celestials, when we started out, we really wanted to push a lot of boundaries, and we thought, how can we make a building-focused faction? And also a faction that introduces map-wide mobility. They are anchored by this idea that they're descending into the atmosphere from the Celestial Armada. And so when you're playing as this faction and can build structures all across the map in different places very easily, in many ways it becomes this strategic dance about where the conflict is playing out on a map. So we've kind of shifted the focus onto the buildings themselves. There's going to be a lot of emergent gameplay that players will discover on their own that we are not planning for. And that's actually what we want from the Celestials. We want to give players a bunch of options, a bunch of flexibility, and a bunch of interesting toys to play with, and then see what comes out the other side. And if you're the type of player that really likes coming up with this innovative way to outsmart opponents, the Celestial faction is designed for you.
With Celestials, we've really done something that is pure original thinking from this team that is not something that we've seen before in a real-time strategy game. And it took a lot of iteration to get to the point that it felt balanced and where it felt correctly comparable to the other two races.
Stormgate is a Blizzard-style RTS. And so by saying that we're continuing the legacy of Warcraft and StarCraft, we're really looking at that core RTS experience. But we really believe that even within a Blizzard-style RTS, there's a lot of room to innovate, and there's a lot of creative boundaries that can be pushed to bring new styles of play.
A Warcraftot meg a StarCraftot, azok ezt imádni
fogják.
fogják.
We're really excited about bringing a lot of new ideas into the genre. We want you to have this asymmetric experience where playing one faction or another faction really feels almost like a different game entirely.
Our technology runs at a higher tick rate than any real-time strategy game that's ever come before. In a nutshell, essentially what that means is, as a player, the time between clicking and seeing their actions take place is faster than any other RTS game that's really ever come out. As a player, it just feels really, really good to play.
One of the biggest design challenges that we faced with Stormgate is creating a game that maintains the high-skill gameplay that has been the heart of RTS for so long, but still provides an on-ramp for new players coming in that doesn't scare them away. It's okay to be a high-skill game. It's actually a good and appealing thing. We never want to water down that aspect of RTS, but we talk a lot about lowering the skill floor, which means making it more approachable for new players coming in without taking away the high-skill elements of the game that make RTS so exciting. Early access is much more about bringing the community along with us and benefiting from that feedback that the community provides us to really make the game what they tell us they want. We've been having conversations with the community, and together, hopefully, that we really are able to craft something that feels collaborative. We're sharing it at a much earlier stage than any game that we've worked on in the past. But it is a better way to make games. I believe that Stormgate, as it evolves, will turn into something that is literally the best game that we've ever worked on as a result.
We hope you've enjoyed this exclusive first look at our Celestial faction. Stormgate's free to play. It's available to everyone. We'll be launching fully into early access on August 13th. But you can join us before then on July 30th.
Na, szóval azt kezdtem mondani, hogy a maffiát várom, hát hogyha lesz maffia, meg Life Bayou-t esetleg, vagy Paralyst.
Well, douse me in ethereal light and mine my minerals. I am beyond excited for Stormgate.
Hey, Sean, if you're excited for RTS madness, wait until you hear this. I've been using pretzels to scoop up my ice cream instead of a spoon. Pretzels, they're like spoons you can eat.
Oh, solid logic, Frankie, but why are you telling me this now?
It's strategy, Sean. Optimum watch party strategy. No spoons, nothing to wash later. Get it? Here is another example. Let's say someone knocks on my door during the watch party. A regular person would get up and answer the door, but me? I just hurl this brick through my front window, and whoever was knocking runs away in terror. Bricks, they're like spoons you can throw.
I feel like I'm really starting to get you, Frankie. A window brick sounds totally overpowered. I think you're onto something.
My point is this. It's a really exciting time for strategy games on PC, and we've got so many more to show you today, starting right now. All you turn-based tactics fanatics out there do not want to miss this next one.
Jó ki ezektől a szaroktól, és ki vagyok. Srácok, csak mi meg itt szopunk közben, a gyerek nem akar aludni. Dencsi, téged ki kéne szabadítani abból a rohadt Ukrajnából. Nagyon remélem amúgy, hogy Trump megnyeri a választásokat és vége lesz ennek a hülyeségnek.
Demon looked upon the earth, it was the look of death.
So Kamla is really trying to summon a demon from another dimension. What a twat.
The primary mission is to sabotage Kamla's operation at any cost. What a splendid hiding place.
How about a little switcheroo?
You got equipped with thinamajigs too.
You're not the only one with tricks up your sleeve.
Tight passages, traversing the rooftops, require some cunning.
Don't mind me.
Did you just melt it?
It's an incredibly complicated chemical reaction. But yes. Impressive.
Terrifying.
It has its uses.
I've caught glimpses of a strange machine he's been working on. I have no idea what it does.
We'll keep it simple then. Stab and shoot our way to the off button.
They said that a career in archaeology would be uneventful.
Stealth, tactics, a ragtag group of scientists, and a werebear. What a great world premiere trailer. And speaking of trailers, Mika, we've had a ton of them on the PC gaming show over the last 10 years. You want to hear some stats?
Oh my God, is Master Chief a Covenant killing machine?
Has and always will be, Mika. And in the first 10 years of the show, we piped into your hungry little eyeballs over 79,018 seconds of exclusive PC gaming content, streaming in a plethora of languages and regions.
And that's not all, Sean. We have worked closely with developers to provide exclusive behind-the-scenes content and showcase some of the most exciting games of the past decade, all of which can be found over on our Steam page.
Indeed, and hey, how about a few more of those stats?
Ooh.
According to chat, a whopping 98.7% of viewers tuned in live right now want us to hurry up and get on with the next trailer. So hey, can't argue with facts.
No, you can't.
Hey PC gamers, my name is Dave and I'm the director of Mighty Yell, and if you know us, you know we like to make things that are weird, uplifting, and fun. With those things in mind, I cannot wait to show you our brand new expressive dance battle adventure, All Systems Dance. All Systems Dance takes the fun of freely dancing and moving through a space, combines it with some tense arena combat and a heartfelt and funny story, all in the name of taking down an evil corporation. Look, we wanted to make a game about dance because, well, we're not the greatest dancers. I'm not. But that doesn't matter. The thing about dance is that everyone can dance, and if everyone can dance, and dance is what you need to save the world, then maybe everyone can save the world. I'm going to let the teaser speak for itself, but please go to allsystemsdance.com for more information. Thank you for watching this, for being a part of this with us, and remember, the revolution will not be choreographed.
Welcome to Port Tomorrow, a perfect place for every Whoosh citizen to work, socialize, and relax. We here at Whoosh have thought of everything, so you never have to.
Don't believe their marketing and don't believe their messaging. This is the face of Whoosh. Look around. We are all trapped here on this island. We are being watched and we have to fight back. I know they outnumber us, but we've discovered their weakness. Their weakness is dance. Dance reprograms them. Dance makes them see us as more than just a number on a spreadsheet. You have to dance. You have to dance like your life depends on it. Take back control, free yourself, and feel the movement. The revolution will not be choreographed.
Atlas 1-1, this is Zeus. Do you copy? Over. We've detected the anomalous presence in the Iron Corridor area. We need you to localize it and contain it. There's a Atlas, do you copy? Respond, Atlas.
Okay, Mika, pop quiz.
But I didn't study, Sean.
Quiet, listen. Let's say you find yourself face to face with a huge mutant super soldier whose arm has been replaced by a chainsaw.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, if I were a mad scientist working for an evil mega corporation, you know, like you do, I would probably replace its other arm with a grappling hook.
Oh my God, perfect, because that means you would fit right in at Tripwire Interactive, who have been working for years to bring us the next installment in the Killing Floor series. Now, for those of you who didn't know, the franchise has been a huge staple of the PC gaming show since its inception back in 2015. Tripwire have actually been at 9 PC gaming shows. In the upcoming sequel, players will face off against a new upgraded generation of Zeds in this long-awaited co-op horror FPS.
And the Zeds aren't the only things that have gotten an upgrade. To learn more, we visited those mad scientists at Tripwire Interactive for this exclusive look at the guns and gore of Killing Floor 3.
Ready for a bit of fun, then?
Action horror would be the thing that we focused on from the beginning with Killing Floor 3. It was really about science gone wrong. I mean, even like, look at this set, right? As a kid of the 80s and 90s, I just loved the Dark Horse Aliens and Predator comics. There were some elements in there about trying to create biological weapons set in a thematically dystopian themed world. So we wanted to tie that in. But from Predator and Aliens, one of the things that you see the most is basically a group of well-trained badasses who have to use every single bullet, every single grenade, every single weapon to handle the things that they're being faced with, these kind of insurmountable odds. Those moments are what motivate us, and that's when Killing Floor is at its best.
There's just a combination of just so many small elements that we've improved over Killing Floor 2 experience. We've increased the amount of Zeds that are in the world at one time, so the battle feels way more epic.
We knew we wanted Zeds to become more challenging. We're increasing how they get to you, how they damage you. So the cone of danger has essentially increased dramatically. Anywhere on screen Zeds can be, so I have to kind of keep my head on a swivel and really learn how to prioritize my targets. It's not essentially what's closest to me, but what can get to me faster, what's gonna do more damage. It's just more ways to kind of amplify not only the action, but that horror element as well in KF3.
We have like very detailed hit detection system now, and you can blow off any limb. Every bullet hole that hits it stays there permanently. Exactly where you burn the creature is where you'll see its flesh burnt. We actually have Zeds where you can blow limbs off and they'll keep fighting you if it's not a critical spot of that Zed.
Most of our Zeds have somewhat of a critical zone on it. So certain Zed tech, like on the flesh pound, on his back, on his chest, they'll glow. If you shoot that, it will explode off and expose like an inner critical zone that when you shoot will kind of deal the ultimate killing blow to that Zed. One thing that's always felt great in Killing Floor is shooting things in the head. We wanted there to be variety when you do that. Their heads are made up of multiple meshes so that it can essentially open up and kind of randomizes what that head could look like. There is the opening shot of Day of the Dead, where there's literally just a massive tongue and maybe like a few teeth hanging there. We're very big horror fans. There's kind of like little Easter eggs throughout everything. That impact and that feedback and that variation makes shooting things in the head feel incredibly rewarding. We hope you enjoyed that exclusive look at Killing Floor 3. For more information, visit killingfloor3.com and wishlist now.
What a beautifully twisted and nightmarishly gory game. I've already added it to my wish list, and look at this, Mika.
Oh.
I've also been in their Discord for 3 weeks.
Sean, that is the Discord for Cleaning Floor 3, the mopping simulator.
Oh, I mean, I was kind of wondering why there was so little chat about killing Zeds and so much about preventing streak marks on kitchen floors.
All right, let's leave Zeds behind because in our next game, there is a different type of mob filling the streets. Thousands of screaming sports fanatics. You can manage traffic, security, and logistics for athletes and fans in football tycoon game Copa City. Here's the world premiere trailer.
This city is about to experience a football game that could be the greatest it has ever seen. You are responsible for how it will go down in history. Get ready to host the biggest clubs from all around the world. You will have to manage every single detail. Prepare for thousands of fans swarming your city. Filling the streets with energy you can only get from football fever. But remember, safety is a top priority. It's all in your hands. Can you find the right balance?
The fans are getting excited, but the pressure on the organizers is rising.
Can you give them what they want? Can you create a night they will remember forever? Everything comes down to your decisions. Thousands of fans. Create a football fiesta. Copa City 25, the first football tycoon.
there, clown.
Hey, cat.
Are you ready to play awesome games in my own fantasy megaverse? I hope I never wake up.
Stay.
Bad clown. So what's up first? A little Halo capture the flag, or...
Have a lovely picnic.
Sure.
Kat, we've been talking. You do know about PC Game Pass, right?
PC Game Pass? What's that?
It's a membership that lets PC players play new and immersive PC games.
Like going to a PC gamer's dreamland, only you're awake and he's not here. Tell me all about it!
You'll get day one access to some of the biggest new releases, along with a curated library of PC games.
It even includes an EA Play membership.
And it's crammed to the gunnels with exclusive member benefits and discounts. If I were human instead of a ripped dream elf, then I'd use it to try games and buy them for less. Huzzah! Sick! Can I play with my friends? Ask them yourself! Huzzah! Cool! Multiplayer! So it's a gaming membership designed specifically for PC players, and you get all these awesome features for a low monthly price?
Exactly! You even get exclusive Riot Games benefits. Uh-oh.
Thanks, guys. As soon as I wake up, I'm joining PC Game Pass. It's literally a dream come true. Better, even.
You know, it's not often I get to say this, but that terrifying clown and his admittedly cute friends really know what they're talking about.
Oh, they sure do, Mika. PC Game Pass is a great way to try out tons of PC games without having to buy them at full price.
So true. Well, let's keep the show rolling with some more trailers.
For Strange Scaffold, the studio behind El Paso elsewhere. We're making a covert revenge thriller FPS about a secret agent who turns down one last job too many and gets hunted across the North American wilderness by the military-industrial complex. And I was like, hey, can I shoot this promo here? And they said, well, it's Texas, of course we can hunt you. And I said, what's that?
The one thing the games industry needs more than a corporation that gives a shit about developers and their players is Wasp Slander. Now, I could tell you about how Strange Scaffold, the studio behind El Paso elsewhere, is making an exciting new action game, but if you get anything out of this next trailer, I hope it's that wasps are evil bastards and they should be shot on sight. Thank you.
Where are you hiding? The more you hide, the more agents we send. And the more agents we send, well, come on out, you big bitch.
Okay.
Wait, no!
I've got Hardy. Agent down. Harding spotted. Harding's here. He's going for the head.
Be careful what you wish for.
The Cataclysma left us broken, lost. But we rose, piece by piece, night after night. They broke us once, but I see no broken souls today. I see a people carved from stone. And with this stone, we will rebuild.
Coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
Listen,
I don't care what you were doing back on Earth, shooting hobos in tracksuits or sweating in a bush in some godforsaken jungle. This is nothing like what you've ever faced. Our intel confirms enemy operators deployed in the AO. And it seems like those alien freaks can be killed with light. Keep your mission objective a priority, and I'll see you on the other side. Moving out.
Excellent work as always, Day 9. What's up, everybody? I'm Tasteless, and I am joined with David, Kim, and Artosis. Today, we're going to be talking to you about a very exciting new game, Battle Aces, a fast-action RTS.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. So this first building that you see right here is my core. This is where my units train out of. And also, if I lose the core, then I lose the game.
It seems like in this game, you can expand, like, within seconds of it starting. Is that correct?
Yeah, so right when the game starts, you have enough resources to either expand, tech, or build an army to attack with.
You know, something that we keep seeing show up on this screen right now is that intelligence bar. This is one of my favorite things about Battle Aces, where you can immediately see not just your unit deck, but your opponents as well, and start strategizing from the get-go.
For sure, and not only that, I can also see the precise, I guess, tech progress of my opponent and vice versa too. So we can strategize very precisely in this game.
So with these unit decks, you can make almost any combination of units. How many units exactly are in the game Battle Aces right now?
Yeah, so we have 45 units planned for the closed beta, but we'll be adding new units every single season, so the possibilities of strategy will be endless.
Now, I notice here on the intelligence bar, you can see you're teching up, your opponent is taking that faster third base, and I see you're playing like a very defensive, tech-oriented game, whereas your opponent is playing a bit more fast-paced, right? Like he's running around, he's doing the attacking while you're doing the defending.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the different types of strategies that can be used for different players?
So in this specific game, I'm trying to show off a more easier way to play. So you'll notice that I'm not really clicking all that much kind of thing. So my basic strategy is in tier 1, I have these recall units that can teleport back to any of my bases, making it a very easy defensive option. And I'm straight teching to king crabs that are very strong at harassing enemy bases and expansions.
Now, game timers and RTSs is not like a new thing, but what's interesting about this one is that this game counter is counting down. What's the story with that?
Yeah, so we have a max game limit of 10 minutes in this game. So when the timer reaches 0, then the game will end. And the winning player is whoever has the higher score when that happens.
Now, we notice that the 2 king crabs you have, they seem to be on a stealth mission here. It seems like you're skirting the bottom of the map, maybe going up for a little bit of harassment, a little bit of counterattacking.
Yeah, for sure. So I sent 2 to the back so that I can take down one of these bases, hopefully. And while playing a defensive game, but the enemy noticed that, and because he can't, he was kind of off position, that's why he went all in on my third base.
Yeah, it looks like he will end up killing off your third base here, and in fact brings in a huge army, but it looks like you will defend, unfortunately losing that third base.
Yeah, but I do have a bigger army, and I was able to save those 2 king crabs and bring them back. So I'm feeling pretty good about this massive attack right here.
Yeah, it looks like you're pushing forward, and that is a very scary army with that many king crabs. Let's see how you end up doing. It does look like it's going to end up being a rout, even taking down his flying units there. It looks like you've done a great job at this game, David. And, you know, I got to say, guys, I've played a lot of Battle Aces. And if you want a more in-depth look at the high skill expression available, check it out at playbattleaces.com.
And we'll be starting our beta very soon, in a few weeks. So please make sure to sign up for the beta while you're there at the site.
And be sure to wish list it on Steam. Thank you so much for joining us. That's all the time we have. Day 9, back to you.
Thanks, Artosis. And Nick Tasteless Plot, my literal brother that refers to me by my internet moniker.
Well, now, Sean, Frankie told us there'd be a lot of great new strategy games in our show, and you know, she was right. There has never been a better time to be a PC gamer and an RTS fan. And with the lightning-fast action of its 1v1 and 2v2 modes, Battle Aces is a big reason why.
And
next up, Citizen Sleeper 2.
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought I was
no,
gonna...
I thought it...
It's me, right?
No.
Well, look.
Okay.
If you don't mind,
Yeah,
a little mix-up, but
go for it, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
The world of a malfunctioning android housing the digitized consciousness of a human being can be treacherous existence at the best.
I was supposed to introduce that trailer. Me, Mika. And then he just swoops in and steals it. Ho-ho, you've made a powerful enemy today, Plot.
Mika, is everything okay?
Yeah, what? Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Okay, great. As I was saying, this new installment...
Keep talking, Day 9, and you won't have 9 days left after I...
Look, Mika,
What?
we can all hear your thoughts.
What? How?
Well, yeah, you recorded them earlier, you know, in the voiceover studio. I mean, that's the audio that's getting piped into the studio right now. Guys, can we go ahead and mute 003 Mika's internal rage.wave right now?
You got it, Sean.
I'm sorry, I just, I really wanted to introduce the trailer. I'm like the TTRPG girl.
Okay, you know what, honestly,
yeah.
it's totally fine. Go ahead.
You sure? Okay. You've lost your memory and there's a bounty on your head.
Okay, wait, hold on. Where are my vengeful thoughts?
Oh.
Sorry, Sean. It got taped over with one of our nature documentaries.
All right, well, just play that, I guess.
Well, as I was saying, you've lost your memory.
The Bolivian gulping iguana sounds its mating call, a noise often described as nature's dumbest sound.
Oh, forget it. Just cue the dang thing.
Well, in all of its uninterrupted glory, here's our first ever look at the gameplay in Citizen Sleeper 2, which I got to announce and not Sean.
Wake up, Sleeper. We're in trouble. Lane's closing in, and we need this next contract to go right. But nothing's gone right so far. That contract Carson gave us was trouble from the start. Junie? I didn't trust her. Not for a moment. That derelict was a death trap. Suddenly, it was all over. But we've got to bounce back. We've secured the contract. So let's talk, crew. How about Mia? She was handy with that drone. Stopped the whole thing blowing up in our faces. Or Eugene. He's a loudmouth, but he's tough as hell. Although he did forget to tell us about Vesna. Or we find someone new, but new crew have new problems. The belt is wide, Sleeper. So whatever comes at us next, just remember, nothing in the belt ever runs smooth.
Ja, dehogy is, bazd meg. Ugyanezzel a véleményem vagyok, mint ti.
Wish you could keep track of all the games you're seeing on the PC Gaming Show? Well, that's exactly what wish lists are for. The PC Gaming Show Steam page is a one-stop shop where you can fill up your wish list with every single game we're featuring on our show. Make it quick though. We've got an unbeatable trailer coming up. That's no exaggeration. It really is unbeatable.
Treat me like
double shot of exciting news. Core Keeper's upcoming 1.0 launch and twin stick shooters Odenfall coming to early access later this year.
Okay, Mika, I can't wait to show everyone our next game, and it's so exciting. I'm gonna need to stand up for this. You should stand up too.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. It's hard to think of a better combination than the team behind the gloriously gory medieval warfare slasher Chivalry 2 and this classic zombie survival horror game that started out as a mod for Half-Life 2.
Brace yourself for 8-player co-op, permadeath, and the terrifying cinematic experience of No More Room in Hell. So let's take a look.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna want to sit down for this.
But I just stood up.
No More Room in Hell 2 is a permadeath horror co-op game.
You start with a flashlight with no weapons, and you're exploring in the dark, and you're trying to find your first friend and your first weapons to get some safety.
You find more gear, you find more people. It's suddenly 4 players, 6 players, 8 players, up to that final showdown at the power plant, where hordes of zombies are pouring in and using explosives and assault rifles to overcome that final challenge.
Like with Chivalry, combat is the first thing we focused on, being Torn Banner. We want that game feel just really intense, and it's part of the immersion. Every run is different. We're looking at how do we deliver the Hollywood cinematic experiences? You know, how do we put you in a place that you've never been before, but you've always wanted to be? It's like a co-op game with consequences. And the fun becomes, how long can I survive the zombie apocalypse?
Say Far Cry.
Peggy 18.
Eddig ez volt az egyetlen játék, amit tetszett.
Gore meets parkour in Death Sprint 66. And here I thought the worst thing that could happen while jogging is jogging. Now, you've heard of motorbikes and motorboats, but how about motor brooms? In Crescent County, you can escape to a beautiful and wholesome island of witches, where you don't just fly around on boring old wooden brooms. You suit them up, trick them out, and use them for drifting, racing, and running a high-speed delivery service. Let's take a visit to Crescent County. And now I'm beyond lucky to be joined by Crescent County's creative director, Anna Hollenreich. Anna, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here.
Now, that was a lovely trailer, and I'd love if you could just walk us through a little more of what we just saw.
It's kind of if you imagine Kiki's Delivery Service meets the Bikes of Kira, set on a rural witch tech island. It's a game about finding yourself kind of as a proto-adult, and I'm really interested in this question of how do you find home in a new space? How does a place become yours? By day, you're driving around the island, making deliveries to the locals, and then by night, you're racing around the island with the characters that you've befriended along the way, or, I don't know, maybe you want to get one of the characters to date you, but you need a bed frame because they have self-respect. Is that overly mean?
You did say that you took some personal experiences into this. It's so real. Okay, so talk to me a little bit about where the idea for Crescent County came from.
It's inspired by my first ever proper video games job where I moved to the Isle of Wight. I couldn't stop doing this witch tech mashup. I couldn't stop drawing it. I was going to Comic-Cons, I was selling art about it, and I've been working in big teams on things like Fall Guys. But I knew that if I didn't launch myself out into the unknown, I would never forgive myself.
So you're taking this big leap into making this game, and it's in the cozy genre. What sets your game apart from those?
So this is a delivery life sim game, right? But it's also got underground motorhome street racing in it. I really love genre mashups. I think that they're so interesting. And I love making worlds that feel warm and lived in and loved, where people feel, you know, relaxed and safe. But also, if you want to amp things up, you can trick out your motor broom to the point where you're almost flying and smash into your friends with all your sigil sticker powers.
What about it excites you the most, though?
We're really interested in making this island feel very relaxing to drive around, but also hiding all of these little shortcuts and jumps and boosts all over the place so that it can be just as intense and chaotic sometimes as well.
Where can everyone get their hands on Crescent County?
So this game means the absolute world to us. It's a bit of my heart, it's a bit of my soul, and if it interests you, please add it to your wish list.
Crescent County looks amazing, Sean, and it is just oozing with charm. I'm definitely making room for it at the top of my wish list.
And if you want to wish list Crescent County and all the other great games you've seen on our show today, they're all located in one place, the PC Gaming Show Steam page.
Okay, it's time to put the brooms away as we take a look at some other wickedly good releases.
Szerintem ezt elengedjük amúgy, ez felesleges nézni tovább.
Sam Walker, and I am the last man standing. I steel myself for what's to come. I may not survive this, but at least I'll go down fighting. Fighting for a chance to make things right. Even if it's too little too late.